Hello and welcome from a very, very chilly day in Magic Kingdom. It is something like, I don't know, it's 9 degrees. Now we know what that means. I don't know what that is in Celsius, which is what the Americans use, something like 40 something. Anyway, it's cold. It's actually cold, which is weird because the sun is out and it's shining, but it's windy.
I'm going to give you the waters. I'll be right back with the drinks on the floor.
Thank you.
Great. Thanks so much.
It's our skipper. She'll be right back. Yeah. So if you've ever been on the Jungle Cruise, the experience here in the Skipper Canteen is going to be pretty similar because you have the skippers serving you. So we're at Skipper Canteen for lunch, and I'm just going to do a little spin around with my camera to show you what the area is like if you've never eaten in here. Now, it's still the grand opening of the Jungle Navigation Company. However, of course, it's not. I'll just show you a little bit around. Trying not to get this customer right in the face. And there's Claire. So obviously we've got the QR code menu as usual. There's also some specialty cocktails and beers and wines to choose from. So if you're fancying a bit of booze in the Magic Kingdom, these are your places to get it. You can't just buy alcohol anywhere else really. And yeah, so we have got water because even though it's cold today, we're still doing a lot of walking about, so we're going to be refreshing and rehydrating. Just don't underestimate how much walking you're going to be doing in these parks. How many steps have you done, Claire? Because I've done a lot.
7,123.
Right, so we're averaging about 7,000 before lunch, and we had a late start today, like at least nearly 3 hours later than normal. So, yeah, it's a lot of walking. Just make sure you keep hydrated. And we're also going to have booze to then dehydrate ourselves. Makes perfect sense. However. So we're going to do that. And then I think we're going to choose some nice food off the menu. And we'll be back to show you what that's going to look like in just a little moment. Okay, our drinks have arrived. I have gone for the Kungaloosh Spice Excursion Ale. Okay, which apparently was made exclusively for Disney World. It's very nice. This is not quite a pint, but also not a half. For us English people who know what pints and halves are. It's like whenever I watch an Ollie's video, she's sort of going, this is just a glass of beer. I'm like, no, but it's not a pint and a half. How much am I getting for my price? You know what I mean? Anyway, so can you kind of gauge? It's sort of 3/4 of a pint, I guess. Anyway. It's sort of a fruity ale, if you like ale. If you want lagers, there's definitely lagers on there, but the kind of ones that you already know, like Stella and what else we got here? Michelob. They're the ones I can see just by looking at that menu. But if you like an ale, these are quite nice, and that's, like I say, it's a little bit of a fruity. It's not as dark tasting as it maybe looks. And then Claire here, I'm going to flip the camera. She has got, hang on one second, off this menu there's a veranda shandy there. This is the cocktails you can see. And then there's 2 sangrias. Claire's gone for the white wine tropical sangria, which is white wine blended with tropical juices and a touch of ginger.
Yeah, it's very nice.
It's very nice. Refreshing and tasty.
Mm-hmm. There's a little berry in there too.
Oh, floating berry, which you would think on a cold day like this you might not want a cold drinky, but actually it's quite nice and refreshing. And like I say, hydrating. Because it might have wine in it, but it also has juice. That's what we need. We need to keep refreshed. If you prefer a red wine, we've got the red wine Skipper Sangria, which is red wine blended with juices, spices, and fruit. The steak knife has arrived. So I've ordered a grilled steak, which is coming, and Claire's having some pork. So more when the food arrives. Oh, okay, our food has arrived. Let's look at what we've got here. So I have got the Dr. Falls signature grilled steak, which is adobo seasoned New York steak strip. That is one big strip. I've got it cooked medium. I normally have medium rare, but I just thought I'm going to step it up one. Chorizo hash, which is under here somewhere. Collard greens, caramelized onion puree, and crispy farofa. I have never heard of that, but apparently it is some kind of cassava, toasted cassava. It's a Brazilian
What do we think?
thing.
It's lovely.
It's delicious.
So not a minute of steak. Okay.
And let's give this a little go. I'm gonna get a little bit of everything. Ooh, I got new potatoes. I love new potatoes. Yeah. See, I usually have my steak medium rare, but this is just great. Yeah, it has like a glaze on it, and it's just a little bit sort of crispy on the outside. My vegetables are like chopped up slaw, as they call it here. Blue potatoes, peppers. Oh yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
Already guys, I got some chicken noodle.
See what Claire was thinking of her. Oh,
So good. So there's like 3 bits of pork, seasoned rice, and some like seasoned pak choy. It is beautiful.
that looks amazing.
So tasty.
So we were saying, where's my face? Here I am. It's a bit of an acquired taste here. It's like, it's not your average like restaurant here. You're not going to get a burger and chips. You get that in very few places in Disney World, which is nice. Oh, I look like I've got a halo. Oh. However, there's also in the kids entrees, if you've got kids that are a bit more picky eaters, if you're a bit more adventurous but your kids aren't, I'm just going to stay here with my halo of lights, this is hilarious. You can still get a grilled steak or macaroni and cheese or some chicken tenders for kids, or they do like a nice curry. And then you can add on like entrees as well, sides for kids. So you can still come here with your kids and they can have something a bit more plain if you prefer. So don't be afraid to bring them here, and it's a really lovely atmosphere and it's fun, and they'll love the skippers being silly gooses, and it's really good. It's a lovely place to eat. Alright, I'm gonna go and enjoy the rest of my food. See you later. Thank you.